welcome to another Corey B MTG video here on my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be playing ourselves a trophy match. Kind of the same old bread and butter that we have been playing here, Temur Breach. But this time the big change here is we're trying out Spell Snare. A lot of really powerful 2-drops in the format right now, whether it be Psychic Frog, a Johnny, Goblin Bombardment, a ton of stuff really. So I could keep going on. Great in the mirror too. I could keep going on and on about the useful applications to Spell Snare. So we're trying that card out, and so far first league with the new list is going pretty well as we are 4-0. So looking to end this league properly with a trophy. Outside of that, not too many changes. I did cut one Veil for a Whip Flare as with having 2 more counter spells in the main, I felt like the need for Veil in the sideboard, not as impactful. It's also the worst card in my sideboard, so totally fine going down to 1 Veil. There's, of course, matchups where you really want it, so I'm not necessarily convinced that that's 100% correct, but other than that, we're doing the same old Underworld Breach, Grinding Station, Mox Amber thing, mill your whole deck, add a blue each time, cast Thassa's Oracle, win the game. So, if y'all are ready, let's take a look. We gotta, of course, show you that we are 4-0. And I believe, I could be wrong here, but we might be flawless so far. No, I lost one game. I lost one game here to Jeskai Dressdown, where my opponent mulled to 5. I kept a 1-lander on the draw with a bobble. So I surveilled, bobble draw, plus draw step, and didn't hit a second land. So that was the one game we lost. Otherwise, we've had a pretty smooth ride. So let's get that trophy. First, thank you. All right, up against Jack Demir. Are you playing Demir? It would make sense. Perfectly reasonable hand here. You know, we might have to go blue-green into being able to have the Shifting Woodlands untapped and get a red source with this. But it'll all depend what our opponent does. If they do something that we need to kill the creature, we could easily get like Stomping Ground. You know, Stomping Ground's pretty reasonable as well. So it will all depend on our opponent. If we knew they were something hyper aggressive, maybe we would go turn 1 Saga, but that's really only reserved for knowing that our opponent is going to do something like that. So we'll just play Misty with the hopes of surveilling or killing a creature. That's a creature worth killing. All right, so this is a Stomping Ground moment, I believe, because I want to Rumble next turn, and that's the only one that gives me Unholy Heat plus Rumble off the Saga. So let's do this. We're probably up against the YAWGFATHER. Turn 3 Ring is pretty solid against them. Now we have the choice of, do we think we're going to be playing Saga, trying to get value off Saga, making constructs? Against Yawgmoth, you really don't make constructs very much. It's just hard to push through their battlefield. They're kind of fast. So now it's the question of, I know I'm not going to try to have that as my long game plan, but am I okay just Saga going to 2 next turn, casting the 1 ring, and kind of setting up for maybe lethal on turn 4 if we can find a breach? And I think the answer is yes. So let's do that. Let's Rumble. Okay, that was terrible. Now, I mean, we really don't want either of these. So what do we want the most? You really never need 2 Shifting Woodlands, so we'll just take a Tarn. But very unhappy about that. That was supposed to be Underworld Breach. Not there, so we'll say go. Now we really hope they don't have Orcish Baumeister. If they have Orcish Baumeister, then we do get to start Sagaing. Okay, okay. All right, this is going to be tricky. We do have the Haywire Might, though, so the Saga coming off to deal with that at some point is going to be big game. So, really happy we played the Saga. Okay, so now we have the question of, do we want to play another Saga to try to then combo off aggressively? I think that is a little too aggressive, so let's just get a Steam Vents. Could play Woodlands as well. Now, I want to get a blue source into play. And we don't care about a Blood Moon effect. Our life total largely doesn't matter. So we'll get the Vents of the Steam variety. And here is the One Ring, everyone's favorite card. Alright, so eating unholy heat, whatever. Just trying to keep us off delirium. Doesn't really matter. Okay, there's a Tamiyo. That was one reason to play blue. Just in case I get like Tamiyo plus Emery. Alright, so next turn Saga comes off, then we can kill the Cauldron. Still pretty far away from comboing, but with a ring in play, you know, anything is possible. A missed land drop? Oh no! Dang it. Alright, so I want to draw with this trigger on the stack. I'm only doing this because I drew Unholy Heat because of Orcish Baumeister here. Okay, so they had it. But, once again, no problem because we do have this. So let's kill this. 2 damage is fine. They could put a counter on, but no big deal. Now we're going to take a little bit here. Now I almost forgot to float. All right, float. Here's going to be a Haywire Mite. In what order do we want to do the things? I probably just want to get just an island. So we can just Haywire Mite this, play Emery, be on our way. That seems fine to me. I would rather Emery after this is gone too, just in case we flip Oracle. That could be a nightmare. Now our life total, still not a huge deal, but we're not going to try to go too crazy here. Yep, alright, so let's do that. Haywire Mite. It does suck that they get to eat our Haywire Mite here, but they don't have the mana to do anything with it. But that means no Emery shenanigans, and I cannot actually deal with another Cauldron if they have one. So that it is a big deal, actually. Could be a big deal, I should say. All right, so now we could go Tamiyo as just a blocker, or we could Emery. Pretty unlikely we combo next turn. I mean, not super unlikely, to be honest. There's a world where we might want to flip Tamiyo next turn, which we can do no matter what. Do we want to take 2 and then 2 more? I think that's totally fine. So let's just play Emery. See what we can flip. All right, we hit a drum. Not the worst, as it's our only artifact to bring back, but nice little free artifact for next turn, and we'll say go. Now, at any point, we could play Shifting Woodlands and copy something, but nothing to copy yet. Pretty bad hits so far. They found land 3, so we know they have 5 spells. This could be a Garistaru. Maybe kill my Emery. It's not that big of a deal right now, but okay, there goes Emery. Now we're going to go to 9 and hopefully find a breach. I don't know if we'd be able to win. We need a breach plus some other really good stuff. I guess I could have flipped Tamiyo there. All right. There is breach, but we can only go breach grinding station. We're 1 mana short right now. So that's set up for next turn. Now, what's the best use of our turn now? Probably just Tamiyo and grinding station. Kind of boring. Yeah, I actually screwed this up. I should have played Tamiyo, drew cards, flipped it, ticked up, played Tamiyo, grinding station. That was a mistake. Dang it. I could play the One Ring as well, but I'm not worried about actually dying. So let's go Saga Trigger. Tamiyo. Grinding station. And we can always sack our ring if something gets dicey. And we'll say go and try to win the game next turn. We still don't have a 0 drop, which is a mild problem. Okay. Okay. So now endurance is the only thing they could have. And even that, I don't think it's enough. But let's see what we got. So, take 3. Our saga goes up. All right, now we're going to attack. Attack before we do the 1 ring stuff. Get a clue. Immediately sacrifice it to mill ourselves. We do still need to find a 0 drop. But, I mean, the odds that we don't hit it here are pretty outrageous. And even with the drum, we can do some work. Okay, so there is a bobble. That's good enough. Okay. So, now we're going to breach and see what they do. See if they have endurance. They might do it immediately. All right. This. Breach. Okay, the game is over. All right, we'll do the thing. No need to draw cards yet. So now to play around endurance, I'm going to show you a little bit of what we can do here now that we have a bunch of baubles. You want to empty your graveyard. They would have cast it already, I think, but still. You want to empty your graveyard so if they endurance you at the end, you don't have that much of a graveyard to actually dump. All right, now that we got all the baubles, now we start sacking again. Now there's the Mox Amber. All right, now we add the blue. We could empty to do that, but now it just doesn't matter. Now they could have endurance and it just does nothing. We have enough artifacts in play. So we do want to make sure we either have that drum in play or find an unholy heat, just in case we have to kill the Oracle if they do have endurance and we get sloppy. All right. Mox Amber. There's the flip. So there's the heat. So now we just keep going. All right. Mox Amber. Now you get blue or green mana. Kind of annoying. All right, now we go like this. Now this untaps. Now we play Oracle. And the game should just be over, but we can do things if need be. Over. Okay. 1 game away from our trophy. Hooray! Okay, the YAWGFATHER. We don't sideboard a lot. Definitely the Pithing Needle. It's basically the only use for Pithing Needle. Pissing Needle. Need Haywire Might for the Cauldron. Spell Snare seems pretty bad. That's kind of all I envisioned so far. I could bring in the Veil for a Mox Amber. I also just don't mind having 3 Mox Ambers. I've been starting to actually keep Mox Amber in more often. It's just so good. Veil or Whip Flare, they could be okay. But on the draw, Veil's a lot worse. On the play, I think we'll bring it in. But on the draw, I think just speeding up with Mox Amber seems better. Is that true? Bogart Trawler is the one thing that scares me and a reason why I want Veil, but if they Trawler me, they Trawler me. All right. Drew the Haywire Mite. Have the Tameo. So this is nice. We're definitely going to keep. We can go turn 1 Tameo, turn 2 Haywire Mite and Emery. A solid start. Not having a removal spell for this Delighted Halfling, though, is kind of brutal. As cutting off their fast mana is pretty good. Okay, Thoughtseize instead. That's okay. We got some good plays regardless. I imagine they take Tameo, though. Could take the Ring. I mean, that's a good card. Okay, Tameo gone. Now, there's some world where we just Saga. Yeah, I don't actually want to expose Haywire Mite here to an Orcish Baumeister, so we're just going to get a Surveil land, be on our way, and just Rumble. The Rumble kind of changed our plan. We might have Haywire Mited if we didn't draw a play, but I might have not anyways. I'm not sure. Rumble? You play the broken card too? Alright, that's a lot of good options. Pick Orcish Baumeister. Yeah, that's pretty good as we're about to Rumble too. Alright, here's a Maze. Don't want a second one. Good job, Maze. Alright, now the question is, do we want a Saga? And I don't think so. It's not the worst. Yeah, because they're probably going to kill my 0-1 with their Orcish Baumeister. So getting some fast mana off this is not bad. It does give me the option to make a construct next turn as well. I'm going to do Steam Vents, but I think it's close. And we kind of want to land here. Okay, we'll have to settle for a Breach. It's better than a Bobble here. Bobble's not very good as they have Orcish Baumeister. So yeah, let's just get the combo card. And we'll say go. Now, you know, most of the time I have 6, but Orcish Baumeister, you want to sack this in response. That negates the trigger, negates the 1/1. We have a pretty bad turn next turn. I believe it's just Haywire Mite plus Emery. Depending on if they kill the sign. If not, we play the Ring. That's good. Okay, second Rumble. Pretty bad Rumble for them. See what they select. Young Wolf. Okay. Don't mind that. Now we get to Ring. What do they got? A Surgical or something? So we know those are 2 of their cards. They have 2 mystery cards. We're, of course, afraid of 1 key card. Ah, yeah, I should have Saga. I totally forgot about Pithing Needle. I should try to be hustling that out. Ah, dang it. This should be a chapter 2. Well, let's hope they don't have a force. I mean, just forcing Saga would be kind of bad, but whatever. The One Ring. Okay, your go. This is the scary turn. Uh-oh. No! Yeah, this could be coming off right now for Needle. That was a mistake. Dang, I did not play this match great. So I can flip Tamio. I don't think that's even a big deal. I think I got to get lucky and find some removal. Maybe flipping Tamio's not bad. All right. Yep, a Needle should be in play and my worries would be over. Dang it, chat. Can they actually kill this? Okay. They gotta get rid of their young wolf. I'm okay with that, I think. Flip Tamio is not that big of a deal. Okay. And their life total is low, so it's not like they can absolutely crush me here. That was not good. All right. Well, let's go like this. Let's play a Haywire Mite. Let's play an Emery. And hope we live through the turn. Yep, this turn would have looked a lot different. Okay. Yep, no problem. Magic's hard, chat. Yeah, I don't think we can die now. Ooh, I like this. No attacks. Makes sense. It doesn't. Okay. Do some surveilling. No. Now we got to be conscious about drawing cards here with Bowmaster in play. Yup. Yawgmoth, Thran, Physician. Let's rumble. Not great. I could Mox Amber and cast another ring. That doesn't seem great, so I guess I'll just Saga. Hope they don't have Force of Vigor. Oh, I am... Okay, I do have a Scion. I actually can still ring. Maybe that's better. Because they can't target me. They can just target Haywire Mite. Okay. Yeah, that might be worth it. So let's go like that. Is it worth it to play Saga, though, and give them that clean 2-for-1 if they have it? Or 2-for-2? Maybe not. All right. Hopefully we find stuff to do with this ring. So what I'm going to do is play the ring, get protection, and keep the old one. Now I have protection for a while. I could wait to draw until their end step. That seems fine. They could play another one, but once again, not a big deal if I have protection. You gain protection from everything until your next turn. Okay. Yeah, let's just say go. Okay. I'm scared. Guess I do this now. Okay, Woodlands should do it next turn. Maybe. Well, might just have to do that. Okay, let's see. So I kin Woodlands, copy, Breach, Mox Amber, Emery. That's about it. So I'm not really there yet. No grinding station. Hand is quite bad. I could just unholy heat something. Could just do a little value breach. A shifting Woodlands value breach. That's kind of strange. Huh. I don't like our chances this game. All right. Let's cast another One Ring. Yeah, we just got to play a little faster in case we got to go to game 3. Feel like they have a chord. Keep this one. And I want to... Do I draw now? Yeah. Pretty bad. All right, let's hope we survive. And then we can for sure go for it next turn. Yep. With 2 Moxes, that's GG. If we don't die. They didn't have the chord. We'd like to actually draw a breach. That would be helpful. What could they have? They have so many cards. Both our grinding stations are still in the deck, which is annoying. Okay. I guess we can do the test now. Mox Amber. If we get Endurance, we just can't do anything. We didn't draw anything. Our hand is so bad. Okay. Now we can breach in response. Does that do anything? We'll have to draw cards, which means we'll take a bunch of damage. Do we just draw cards now? Yep. Okay. All targeting me. Oh, there's the grinding station. Okay, okay. Okay, then we can actually do this. It's a sneaky little card. Let's see what we got. Okay, so start with a Saga, start with a Besage, it doesn't matter. Grinding Station. Mill myself. Do gotta hit a 0 here. Can't sack the needle. Okay, got there. Breach. Here's this. Now, if they kill the breach here, we just lose. Cord for what? Haywire Might? That'll do it. Depending on what they hit. Oh. Well. Can I respond by killing Yawg? I gotta get lucky, but yes. That was incorrect. Need to hit Mox Amber plus Delirium. Nowhere close. Shit. Okay, we gotta win a quick game. Damn. Okay, wild game. We drew pretty poorly, I think, but... No real changes. Just gotta play fast. Alrighty. Yeah. Turn 1 Tameo seems good here. We'll get blue-green, I suppose. I guess that means we can't cast a red card, but that's okay. This could be a very quick combo now that I'm looking at it. Alright. Maybe still blue-red and just have this for green. Nah, we might need it. Blue-green. Tammy. Mox, go. This is a turn 3. Turn 2 if we top deck a Mox. No. Okay, that's annoying. Okay. I do need the falls, though. God dang it. Alright, so... let's go like this. I really do want to set up for a win next turn, and Emery isn't needed. That way, if they tap out, they just die. Good plan B. Oh, shit. Well, I was like, I gotta make sure I don't F6 here for the next turn, and what did I do? I F6'd. Good job, Corey. Okay. Now, Miss Land Drop is good, of course. Can still win next turn. Emery for 1 mana. Draw a card. Go. Okay, we're going to go for it. Ox Amber. Breach. Looks like they have F6'd. Blue. All right, now we're going to have to do this the fast way. Okay, so blue, save targets, target me, this, untap first, sack this artifact. All right, always yield, always yes. Now we can go fast. Should have plenty of time, though. All right. Not really able to play around things just because of the clock. Maybe we would play around stuff if the clock wasn't, you know, if we were in paper, but here we are. All right. Should be a nice clean trophy. They, of course, they kept a hand that interacted, but was sketchy. And I mean, I get that. You kind of need to. If they drew a land here, Haywire might could have did something. We had the needle, so we could have interacted with it anyways. But here we are. Don't have to be adding blue anymore, but I'm still gonna. All right, so now we sack this. Now that we're at the end stage, we'll do this to get this untapped. And now we will play Oracle. And now even Endurance doesn't do anything. Boom, that's a trophy. That is a clean, clean trophy. Let me tell you, God, this deck is just so powerful. We lost just 2 games this league, and I was kind of upset to lose both of them. You know, one of them you saw we lost, where we drew a lot of lands, and the other one we didn't draw any lands. You know, so those are kind of the only games I feel like I lose. You know, I not to sound full of myself here, but this deck is just, I think, just better than everything. You know, I really think this is the best deck in the format now. And I think I'm honing in on the perfect list. I like the spell snares so far. This is the list I'm going to go play at Apex Gaming. By the time you see this, I've already played Apex Gaming, so hopefully I won. Maybe this will age well, maybe not. But regardless, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I love doing these trophy matches for y'all. I hope you enjoy the content as well. Now, if you're interested in a sideboard guide or an article for this deck, there's a link to my Patreon below. There might also just be a link to the sideboard guide and article itself. I feel really good about the deck. I constantly rotate and update the deck. I have a sideboard guide where it's just the pluses, the minus, bring this in, take this out. And then an article where I go in depth on each matchup, things you should be looking out for, ways that you should play, tips and tricks how to play the deck, just all my thoughts on a piece of paper. It's over 5,000 words on Breach, my favorite deck and the best deck in Modern. I'll say it. I'll say it. Take that, Mengucci. I haven't made his power ranking yet at all, so I have to, that's my whole goal, is to always build this deck up so I make the Mengu power ranking. So outside of that, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to get notified of future videos, and make sure to like this video and share it as well. I really appreciate that, and we'll see you in the next Corey B MTG video.